Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Neon here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about more things and stuff from more insanity from the internet. Again, we're doing kind of an impromptu live stream because it's easier to do it live. Sometimes it is to record.
Yes.
So I think we're going to cover a couple things in this video. First thing we're going to talk about is the situation with uber popular YouTuber Ninja. And then we're going to move on into Kim Possible.
Yes, because that makes sense.
Right.
Just to go together.
So Ninja, who is a YouTuber and Twitch streamer, incredibly popular. I think he is probably the most popular right now. Came under fire by The Verge, which is a garbage.
Oh, imagine that. The Verge attacked somebody.
Garbage site. And we actually kind of... Hey, Chris. So we kind of took The Verge to task with their defense of Shira and non-defense of Shira with...
Oh, you mean when they went... That's when they went to Tumblr.
They went to Tumblr and pulled up.
I've never watched it, but
yeah.
I know all about it.
They pulled up. So, but Ninja is under a lot of... I don't know if it's a lot of... Hey, everybody. Oh, yeah, hey. Thank you so much for showing up, everybody. We were going against a bunch of other streamers tonight. We didn't know if we'd have anybody, so it's good to have you. Yeah, so Ninja, if you haven't heard about the situation, he basically came out and said he would not stream with women out of courtesy for his wife. And
well, I think he wants to protect himself from
right,
BS.
potential problems from people accusing him of stuff and things. You know, that's complicated. Anyway, so The Verge wrote, and I think Polygon, they're all owned by Box. It's the same garbage publisher that puts a lot of this stuff out there. Kind of attacked him, and I'll read a little bit of the article here, and we can discuss it. Twitch's biggest streamer, Tyler Ninja Blevins, doesn't stream with women. He's spoken about his decision before, explaining that it's just not worth it to face the potential drama and rumors that might occur as a result.
Okay, wait, real quick. As a woman who's been around women my whole life, yes, there is a lot of drama shit around women, and I can say that because I was one. I am one. Was one. I am one. But I mean,
Geeky, is there something you want to tell everybody?
I am one. But I was always around women, and it's like the high school mentality never leaves. It's like, I mean, in PTO, there was women who behaved like catty cows. I mean, you just never escape it. Oh. There's always this group, and you know who I'm talking about. Especially women. You know who I mean. There's always that group, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, guys are a little more chill. Usually with a guy, if you've got a problem, they'll tell you to your face there's a problem. It's very cut and dry. Women, you're always like, at least with guys, especially guys are like, I don't know if I'm in trouble or not in trouble.
Well, yeah, you don't know half the time if you're in trouble or not. If my eyes blazing and my ears steaming, then you know you should run. Okay, so Ninja. So he echoed the sentiment again to The Verge's sister site Polygon. Again, another trash. The Verge's sister.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If I have one conversation with one female streamer where we're playing with one another, and even if there's a hint of flirting, that is going to be taken and going to be put up on every single video and be clickbait forever. Now, Ninja has been married for, I checked his Twitter, he's been married for a year, happily married.
And he's been with her for many years.
Yeah, to his business manager. I think he wants to continue having that relationship. Unsurprisingly, Blevins' belief that the only way to avoid that gossip is not to play with women at all has been divisive.
No, please.
Blevins is inarguably popular, a streamer with more than 16 million subscribers on YouTube, 10 million on Twitch, and over 3 million followers on Twitter. His platform and fame allow him a unique opportunity to... Here's where it gets sticky, guys, because this is what this is all about. His platform and fame allow him a unique opportunity to set trends within his industry and speak to a wide-wrapped audience. Streaming with others is an endorsement. It allows him to share his spotlight, thereby helping other streams to expand their own audiences. By not playing with women, Blevins is sending a message, whether he means to or not.
Bull crap. It's his platform. He built it. He does not owe them crap. He doesn't owe them anything.
Men, women,
nobody. He did the work.
other kin. He doesn't owe them
himself.
anything.
He owes nobody anything. It is not his responsibility. You do not sign a waiver saying when you go on social media and YouTube and things that when I'm big, I automatically owe people an opportunity to come on my channel and be promoted. That is not you.
Yeah. Does PewDiePie? Does PewDiePie have to give every aspiring YouTuber a shout out? I mean, seriously, like, God, it would exhaust him.
And I'm sure just the people writing him wanting to be on his channel, men and women alike, is probably such a long list. I mean,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
It's the same mentality, which is, I'm owed something. I'm gonna go find somebody who has a platform I can't do. I'm gonna jump to the front line and get them to, push me up to the front line and promote me. Like, they don't owe you that.
Yeah, well, this happens a lot in comics too, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, Jaggin75 Ninja doesn't want to play with women, and this is problematic. So here we go. On Twitter.
Imagine that.
I recorded a video earlier about Twitter. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on Twitter. On Twitter, many have been critical of his stance.
Well, on Twitter and critical. Oh, there's a shocker.
No one is saying Ninja has to stream with women.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're saying.
Said illustrator and streamer Austin Marie. We're saying that his saying he won't is problematic.
Wait.
And doesn't. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. He doesn't have to do it. We're not saying he has to, but we're saying he has to.
We're not saying he has to,
but him saying that he won't, him being honest and saying what he won't is problematic. So we're saying he doesn't have to, but he does have to.
It's problematic and doesn't help in any way for women making their way in the industry that constantly calls anyone with tits a thought. Researcher Kat Lowe tweeted, "There's something poetic about Ninja thinking, wow, women in gaming have to deal with a deeply toxic culture of men attacking them and speculating about their lives. I wouldn't want that in my life, so I won't work with women. Phew, problem solved." Then tweeting that without irony.
So no. So basically, he won't let the women take the spotlight and be on his channel. And, and he has good reason for doing that. I don't disagree with his reasons. But that's not enough for these people. So they're saying, no one says he has to, but we're saying he has to. But instead, he still has to make his message of why he won't a positive, uplifting message to promote them. So even by declining, he has to do it in the correct way that promotes women.
He can't win this because
he's a man?
He's a man who's been very successful. And people don't like that. Certain people don't like that.
Women can't get without men's help. Yeah, I know, right? I'm so tired of this. The same people who bitch and complain about men want men to help them. But then they complain about men all the time. So it's like, what the hell is it? Stop playing the damsel in distress.
Men are useful. I think that's really what comes up. Men are useful.
Well, if you have a platform.
Okay, so others have likened him to, well, somebody in the stream brought up Vice President Pence and his his notorious policy of not dining alone with women. The reason he doesn't do that, again, is out of courtesy to his wife, and he doesn't want, being the Vice President of the United States, he doesn't want people gossiping.
He's smart. He's not putting it. They always say, don't put yourself in a position that could lead to gossip, because when you put yourself in that position, that you are become a target, and that's what these. Basically, it's just common sense. It's like, don't eat uncooked pork. If you're a person that's in the public, don't put yourself.
You might get worms.
Don't put yourself in a position that somebody will deliberately misconstrue, because damn well the internet will misconstrue everything. I mean. It's just,
to summarize, people are mad at Ninja for not wanting to play video games with women. People working at publications like The Verge and Polygon and the people on Twitter who aren't real people, they're mad at Ninja for not wanting to play games with women because he doesn't want...
But it's not just that. It wasn't that he didn't want to play games with women.
Right.
He didn't decline in such a way that still promoted women and said that women have to deal... And he didn't come out and say, well, those poor women have to deal with all those toxic men incels. And it's such a... And they have to deal with men attacking them every day of their lives. Bullshit. I wouldn't want that in my life, so I won't work with women to so basically I don't want women to have to feel lower because of things I have done. It's like, F you. He can just say no. I don't want to share it with women because I don't put myself in that position, and that's good enough reason. He doesn't have to uplift women to say no.
And this is
stop being a clinger on and go do your own damn thing.
Right. This is the problem, and this is what's going on. Is again, it's that kind of warped sense of entitlement. And we see this a lot, in comics, especially. It's kind of like basically, oh, hey, you're a dude working in comics. You need to step aside and let, XYZ type person have your job because that's the right thing to do.
You owe it to them because you owe it to them with your position and platform. You owe it to. You should be giving it to them. Why? Why should I give anything to them? I don't see the millionaires and stuff out there saying, hey, I want, you're rich. I want $1 million. You should give it to me because I'm a woman. And if you don't, you just hate on women, and how dare you? And I'm going to go whine to... I mean, how do these people get hold of this unless they went whine to them? I'm going to go whine to my friend who works at The Verge and tell him about how I was mistreated because he didn't give me what I wanted. Like, get the hell in line.
Yeah, well, that's just it. It's everybody. I mean, do you have any idea how many tens of thousands
You're not allowed to have fun anymore. It's a rule on the internet.
Pretty much. But, I mean, and now it's, people fighting over this. It's basically like, oh, you're famous. We all want a freaking piece of you,
right?
And
I want to get big too, but I don't want to do the work.
I don't. No, exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
What's the easiest damn thing to do? Let's go find a big one and latch on to him. I'll use my cute batty eyes and my big boobs to get him to put me on his Twitch stream, or I will just because most women who are legitimately on their own merit aren't going to need him.
We're not talking about Thanos and the finger snap.
I'm not going to need him to get it for me. It's actually kind of offensive to me as a woman that I can't get big unless I let him do it for me.
That is what I don't understand. And I understand people working in any kind of entertainment industry. A lot of times they have a hand up. Now the difference is with YouTube. Now there are some YouTubers that have had a shout out from bigger YouTubers and they've had a hand up that way. But most YouTubers are self-made.
But not just that.
They're self-made.
If they wanted to do that, they wanted to reach out and help somebody, that's their choice because it's their platform to do so. If he doesn't feel comfortable doing that, he shouldn't be forced to do it just because these women want to be bitchy about it. I mean, if I want to go on here and do chats and stuff, if I end up being big one day and I wanted to say I don't want to talk to any men other than, Neon, I have a right to do that.
If you don't want to talk to Neon, you have a right to do that. I'll just go cry in the corner.
No, you don't cry in the corner.
I'll make you some pie. I'll get in the kitchen and make you some pie.
I'm not really one of the type to not talk to somebody. The problem is getting me to shut up is more the issue when I'm mad.
Well, we've run into that in comics with people that, when our comic was... we were doing digital comics, and actually at one point our comic was pretty sizable, and we had a lot of people that, I'm not trying to be a dick, but we did. I always wondered if these people were are you actually our friends, or are you just trying to get something out of us?
As soon as our comics started doing well, a lot of our quote-unquote friends suddenly didn't talk to us anymore. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's his response. Let's check out Ninja's response. This is a very.
He has every right to say no.
Yes, he does. To make clear, the issue I'm addressing is online harassment and my attempt to minimize it from our life.
Yeah, notice that from our life. He doesn't need to worry about harassment in your life. That's your issue. I mean, everybody should do their own to make sure people don't get harassed. But I'm just saying, he's worried about himself and his family, which he should be, and he has a right to be worried about himself and his family.
It is something that affects all streamers, especially ones who make their relationships public.
Yep.
He is married to his business manager. I wanted to bring attention to this issue, and my comments should not be characterized as anything beyond that.
Yep.
Having just celebrated my 1-year anniversary, my wife and my family will always be the most important thing to me, and I am doing my best to protect them. We are fans of all kinds of streamers and gamers, Curvy Llama, Julia TV, Hallie Sudo, and a few of our favorites. We encourage others to check out their channels. Is this bigger? Oh, okay. Whoops. Never mind. There's more. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I missed the whole part here. Well, I understand some people have implied my views mean I have something against playing with women. We'll make clear in the issue I'm addressing is online harassment. Okay. I look forward to the opportunity to meet and play with all kinds of Fortnite players in future tournaments and events.
Right. So I'm not saying I won't play with women at all. I'm just not playing with women in a private setting where I could be questioned for doing it. He's saying with all kinds of players in Fortnite, in tournaments and events, where it's like a big open whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're going someplace publicly, there's a lot of people, so it's not so big a deal. But it's just, and that's his wife.
Yep.
Anyway, right there, people. She's really pretty, and he's been with her for years. So if you're trying to get him, forget it anyway. You're not going to get anywhere. And she runs the business, so...
Yeah, she's the business manager. If you look at she's actually his business manager.
So if you're thinking you're going to get anywhere with him anyway, you're not going to.
So she's the gatekeeper, and I don't think you're going to get anywhere. You're not going to get past her. So this is not going to happen. Okay, so that is Ninja. So let's go back to the article here and see how stupid it gets. Because I'm sure it gets stupider. There's his, circumstances surrounding Blevins' stance are sticky.
Sticky in what way?
Sticky. As the foremost Fortnite streamer, Blevins has the power to take a stance against the sort of harassment.
Okay, it's not his responsibility. Everybody has a responsibility, I think, to if you see harassment, to stop it if you can. But you don't have to. You have the choice. It's not up to him to single-handedly take on harassment. And half the time, harassment is questionable. That's a sticky word. I mean, a lot of times women are like, I'm being harassed, and they aren't. And sometimes they are, but sometimes they aren't. Sticky.
Wow, okay. So Twitch is notoriously thorny for women. Some female streamers are stamped as Twitch thoughts, harassed, and doxxed. Some people making comic books and making comic book videos on YouTube, some male creators are harassed and doxxed.
Yeah.
For having, it happens. Unfortunately, there are garbage people all over the place.
Yeah, it happens no matter what platform you're on.
Sidelining women only alienates them further. Nobody is sidelining women. He basically is like, I'm married. I would like to stay married. I'm not streaming with women.
The whole premise, this whole article is built on the fact that he owes women something. Why does he owe women something?
He doesn't owe anybody, male or female,
right,
anything.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're making this a sexist thing.
It's not a sexist thing. He doesn't owe them his platform. He doesn't owe them his endorsement.
Well, that's what basically this is what they're getting to, and this is where where I strongly disagree, because this is a very kind of socialist mindset where everybody shares everything. And if you're successful, everybody eats off your plate. And I don't agree with that, because the people who do the work, the people who work the hardest, should reap the rewards. That is my personal opinion. It perpetuates a system in which they are denied the same opportunities as male streamers simply because of their gender.
Based on what?
Because he won't stream with them, because...
Perpetuates a system and they're denied opportunities because of male streamers. But that's bullcrap. Because, that's making a sexist issue as it isn't a sexist issue.
This is not... Blevins doesn't have to stream. Yeah, okay,
exactly.
Finally...
He doesn't.
It takes her like 4 paragraphs to get to... It takes him 4 paragraphs to get to the point. Blevins doesn't have to stream with anyone.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, here we go.
Owe you anything.
Okay, this is a horse shit of grade A caliber right here. Blevins doesn't have to stream with anyone, but by declaring that playing with women is just not worth it, he's contributing to false narratives that men and women can't coexist in non-sexual relationships.
Back up here. My turn.
I need a drink. I'm going to let you talk.
Just not worth it. First of all, that is taking just not worth it out of context to the extreme. And the false narrative, men and women can't coexist in non-sexual relationships. Yes, men and women can be friends and exist in non-sexual relationships, but there are a few exclusions here. If you're married and your spouse is somebody who would get upset by that, you just don't do it. And he's saying, I out of respect for my wife, I don't want to put myself in the position. Also, when you're a high profile person, it's a lot different. If you're just like, Joe Blow going down the street to meet with some friends or women, okay. If you're a high profile person and it's a thing that, like Twitter and on the internet, where they will take any sniff of anything they think is something that's not and run with it. There's no way you can coexist in a non-sexual relationship with these people.
Yeah,
it's just not possible. You can, as long as you expect and know that you're going to get harassment, you're going to get innuendo, you're going to get a lot of people, starting clickbait, like you said.
Yep.
If you're fine with that, then you could gladly coexist with a non-sexual relationship. But knowing that you're going to get that for sure with it.
The biggest fish in the pond. There's going to be all kinds of crap associated with that. This article actually, Ballade 90 is The Verge, which is a garbage site as well. The Verge, Polygon, all those owned by Box are pretty much trash. Trash sites when it comes to pop culture. Blevins' fear of harassment cannot be ignored or underplayed either. Online celebrities are entitled to their privacy.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
They're entitled to their privacy, but...
Even when part of their job requires them to let viewers in. Creators facing blowback from fans over feelings of ownership or entitlement is sadly a well-documented occurrence.
As this person argues that he owes people something... The whole article is them arguing that he should uplift women and do it in a way that promotes women, and he doesn't. You're saying at one side of their face that he doesn't owe them anything, the other side of the face, well, how dare he? That's what the whole article is. It's like, pick a side, damn it.
Yeah, and this is. They finally kind of come around at the very end that maybe he has kind of a point. Fortnite streamer Valkyrie put it, YouTube clips and clickbaits are the worst for views. People are gullible to hear rumors like I heard he's cheating on you 24/7 is toxic in a relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
Respect decisions that limit drama in people's personal lives.
Yeah, not everybody wants it.
No, streamer Laura Lux urged people to be mad at the community mentality instead. Y'all, if Ninja actually did stream with a girl, it would be a disaster, she tweeted.
Yes.
The community is a toxic, sexist shit show.
Yes.
And she would be labeled his side bitch.
Yes, it would be doing more damage to her problem.
Relentlessly harassed for being a home-wrecking slut and spammed with begone thought trolls, etc., etc.
Yes,
yeah,
yes. I 100% agree. That's exactly what would happen.
Yeah, it could have totally happened. Blovin's response is disappointing, even short-sighted.
No, it's not. It's self-preservation. I can't even speak. It's self-preservation. It's protecting himself and his family. You know, if you don't have to be in the middle of this shit, why would you put yourself there? Unless you're like a masochist, then go in there if you want to.
Yeah, but while there's that word again, that tells you everything you need to know.
Problematic.
While problematic, it's not the entire problem, it's the symptom of a larger disease. If Twitch's most popular streamer feels helpless in the face of online fans and rumor mongering, what chance does anyone else have? Well, not writing articles like this calling him out.
And then use helpless and stuff. I mean, that's just wordplay. And then I was going to say something, but I lost it. Never mind. Go ahead and talk while I try to remember what it was.
I don't remember either. I'm just saying, like them writing. Yeah, we're gonna get to Kim Possible here in a minute or two. But this whole thing is this is so ridiculous. And you know, them writing articles like this, they're like lambasting the guy in public, and then they're all like, you know, well, if he wants to be left alone, that's fine.
I remember what it was. Then basically making the comments that, you know, he could have used it as a teachable moment to uplift women and say, I won't stream with them because it might cause them problem. Well, couldn't this author have used this as a teachable moment that not all men are assholes and that we should stop blaming everything on men, and maybe they have a reason and it's their own personal life, and maybe they have a reason to say they don't want to do it, and he was nice about it, and they could use this as a teachable moment to uplift men. But they don't. But we're supposed to use it as a teachable moment of how he could have declined in a way that promoted women.
Yeah.
Well, how about we do an article
this is a no-win situation for him. This is a no-win situation. There's no way. So, yeah. So, to get the clicks, they do an article on him and call him out for a very sensible decision, I think. Yeah. So, that is the situation with Ninja. I actually completely agree with his position, just given the way things are now. You know, that's me. So, and I'm sure Geeky agrees. Geeky wouldn't want.
Oh yeah, well I've
streaming.
agreed the whole way. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get another co-host, and she's gonna be all mad.
I'm one of those jealous types, and he learned a long time ago. You just don't do that.
Yeah,
I will go Kim Possible on your ass.
All right, so Kim Possible. They're doing a Kim Possible movie. On Disney Channel. It's going to be a made-for-TV movie, and it's not being received very well. This is sort of after our time, so I don't think either one of us have any emotional attachment to.
I used to watch
Kim
it
Possible.
when our
the kids were little. We used to watch it, yeah. But now millennials are kind of getting a taste of what it's like to have their nostalgia.
People aren't happy.
People aren't happy.
And you know what? I can sit here and get nasty about it and stuff. I'm not. I understand their pain.
Yeah, I understand their pain. I understand
their pain very well, and I understand what it's like. And I'm not going to call them incels, and I'm not going to call them names, and I'm not going to blame it on men, and I'm not going to blame it on, you know, other people and things. And I'm not going to say things like, you know, maybe it's just not meant for you.
Yeah, it's you haven't even seen it yet, people. It might actually be really good.
But a lot of people are mad about it.
Yes,
but I understand completely why they're mad about it. I mean,
yeah, that looks exactly like Kim Possible. Yeah, actually, I looked at it and I'm like, looks like Kim Possible.
They're mad about the teaser trailer.
They're mad about
they're mad about that because they didn't do like the music to the end, and it was like, yeah, here he's just, and then outfit's different or something.
Disney Channel original, yeah. Well, it's like 15 seconds. Okay, there she is for a second. There's a boot. There's a face.
You really can't tell much.
And there's a logo. They kept the logo the same.
And they did that dun 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 dun.
Yeah, they do at the very end.
The phone thing at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm still not understanding why they're mad about it, but they're mad, and I will respect their right to be angry, unlike people who don't respect my right to be angry.
Yeah,
I will respect their right to be mad.
I actually think the backlash against the Kim Possible situation is worse than the Shia backlash.
We're going to talk about Sabrina in a bit too.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about Sabrina because I think that, well, yeah, I would actually agree with Elvick. I'm not a big fan of live action cartoons. Very seldom does it turn out right. I will say Speed Racer though.
Disney, that's their big thing now. That's all they're pushing is they're doing the new live action Mulan. Oh, that's another thing. Let me get the Mulan in here for a moment.
Okay, let's talk about Mulan.
Oh my God, the Mulan. Okay, so with the Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, they had a trailer with the princesses on it. and they showed them in like their like loungewear, and in their loungewear, Mulan is wearing a silk jacket. It's very Asian inspired, and like pants. And the internet went crazy because that's Mulan as a jock. She was wearing an outfit I'd expect someone that was Chinese to wear. You know, they were trying to do it down by the movie, and it was more of a boyish outfit because she dressed as a boy to save her father and to fight, the war. And now, because of this image and because of that, don't you know that Mulan is bisexual? Because clearly, if you dress like a man, that automatically makes you bisexual.
Yeah.
Which I was unaware of. Apparently, when I was a child and I liked to be a tomboy and wear more like boy stuff, I was apparently a bisexual and just didn't know it. But yeah, so
you were also a boy at one point. As you
apparently.
Admitted so now nobody can say anything.
So they're all flipping about Mulan because Mulan, there are all this fan art, and then Mulan's. And now when they posted the picture of the actress playing the Mulan in the live action, people are like, I was so excited by the picture from Wreck-It Ralph, and now I'm disappointed when I see the picture of this because she looked like a woman. Because she's playing Mulan, who is a woman who just dresses like a boy to take her father's place at war. And she still likes a dude. But apparently now that makes you bisexual because you dress like a boy.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's called my fanfic.
So anyway, yes. So back to this.
So Kim Possible. So Disney put the trailer up and people reacted very negatively. Actually, we're going to go through a couple of the reactions here.
Can I read this one? This one's my favorite. Can I
which
read
one's?
this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't post this one, but I have it on my iPad. Disney is ruining my childhood with these terrible remakes. Where is the theme song for the new Kim Possible movie? Where is the cargo pants? Where is the crop top? Where is the attitude? Where is Kim?
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh no, Shira. Where's her boobs?
Yeah, right.
Where's her kick-ass attitude? Why is her head half shaved? I mean, I'm sorry. It's all toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
And, I'm not going to say to them, you must be a terrible parent. Because you don't like the way Kim Possible looks.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's because it's very, now that these whippersnappers, now these younger people who are complaining about, folks like us complaining about their childhoods being raped, are seeing their own childhoods raped in front of them. Now they can be outraged.
I could be like meaner, but I'm going to be like, you know what? We understand how you feel. That's what we've been saying. Yes, the Mulan thing, it is insane. It's all over Twitter, of course. I'm sure it's probably all over Tumblr,
everything's all over Twitter.
And it's like, everybody's talking about it, and they're making these comments, and then the one person, said about, obviously she's bi, and all this other stuff, and they keep doing these fan arts of her in her jacket and pants, and then when they put the picture of the actress playing, they released it yesterday, of the actress playing Mulan in the movie, and she's got like the traditional outfit on and the long hair, and she definitely is the female version of Mulan. I'm so disappointed.
I'm so disappointed
that Mulan is Mulan. I mean, my God.
I know, right?
I know,
right? So here, this is on Disney. They're not being as bad as they are in some other. You better not cancel production and re-air the original. Yeah, because Disney's going to listen. They're just going to be like, yeah, we're just going to cancel this thing. This should have been Kim. She's too old.
Actually, the comments on the Rotten Tomatoes one are more fun.
Yeah, these are okay. I like the SpongeBob. Who cares? Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. Here we go.
Same people.
Here we go. Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is great. Okay, so we got the same trailer. This is on Rotten Tomatoes. Stop. Delete this. We got
this one's funny. He's like basically
Third Doctor.
So it's just apparently people are upset about it. Really not understanding why, but other than the fact that it's a live action, people want the cartoon, which I can understand their comment on that. I mean, why do you have to live action everything? I think they just brought the cartoon back. People would have been unhappy with it. I don't know why they had to live action it, but
I think it is cheaper to live action it, and I think people would be totally down with a Kim Possible reboot if it looked similar to the original Kim Possible. If it was like another season of Kim Possible, if they reinvented her and changed everything, then people would be like, no, screw this. And there's no reason they can't, because you're dealing with voice actors, so even though the actors age, their voices usually don't age as much, so they can usually get away with it.
Right.
But it's just so funny because a lot of people complain. The same people are like, "What? Why are you complaining about Shira?"
I know. It's like, well,
why?
Well, we understand your pain, and I really wanted to say, kiss my rear, but instead I'm going to be nice and I'm going to be like, you know what? I understand. I do, because I totally get it. I get where you're coming from. I really
Yeah.
do. And wait, they're not somehow blaming toxic masculinity on this, though.
I'm surprised they're not bringing men into this.
They're not blaming toxic masculinity as the issue.
Most people aren't.
Everything else is all men's fault.
Right.
This one is not. They're not blaming men for. So I was surprised by that because it was like one thing in a while that I've heard that they're not blaming men for causing.
Oh, here we go. Here's somebody. Look, we may have grown up with the series. Here's the voice of reason. We may have grown up with the series, but the movie definitely isn't for us. It's targeting the current generation of kids who probably have never seen the cartoon. Dora's better. I think the problem, I mean, when I heard it was a made-for-TV movie when it was a Disney Channel movie, and I know what the budgets are like on those things, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to suck. This is going to suck so bad. If they were making a proper live-action movie with a proper budget, I'd be totally down with it. But I think it's just like...
They should have put it on a streaming service, so that would have been smart.
It is not going to be good. I don't think there's any way this is going to be good.
Live action Lilo and Stitch and Proud Family. Live action Lilo and Stitch would be frightening.
Well, did they make they made a live action Kim Possible. It was called Casey Undercover.
Yeah.
So they already did that already, right? And
they're doing the live action Lady and the Tramp for the streaming service. It was originally supposed to be in the movie theater, but they pulled it for their new streaming service, and they just got Tessa Thompson to sign on for Lady.
What?
Yeah, she's gonna play.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
So they're live actioning everything. And
they are. The live action, that's like a theatrical. Now that's going to streaming because they've got too many live action movies. They have the really disturbing looking Tim Burton Dumbo coming out.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm undecided on that one. It's really weird looking. But it's Tim Burton, hello.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of like not wholly against it. I don't know. I do feel people's pains though. I mean, I really do because I understand what it's like, and I get it. I do. I get it. But it's just, it's so bad.
It's so funny,
not
though.
For you. That's what I say so bad.
Yeah, it's
but
so
I'm going to refrain
funny.
from calling them bad parents.
Yeah, I'm not
going
to. We feel your pain. We feel it.
That, they're shaming people for not liking you're shaming women who are smaller chested for not liking it. You're shaming people that are living for not being a cartoon. So, and they're actually, the girl who was doing the acting, they actually posted it. People were on her thing telling her how much she sucked on her own thing, and they're like,
God, that's horrible.
They're like, this is how much is a bad idea, and how she's not Kim Possible and stuff on her own thing, and I was like, wow, that's just
she is Kim Possible. She's cashed a check.
But I'm just saying, I mean, it's like, how dare she?
Like it or not.
How dare she not be a cartoon? I mean, she is just causing people that are cartoons bad. They're feeling bad about their bodies because of her. I mean, I'm just saying. I think
if they did a new Kim Possible in a similar style for the streaming service, it would go gangbusters. I really do. I don't know what.
Yeah, Kim Possible was a show that everybody liked.
Yeah, they did.
Our son watched it. I liked it too. I watched Phineas and Ferb after it more, but I watch it from time to time. It was funny. Well, it was good.
It was a good show. It was a smart show, and they had it was in the theme parks. They had Kim Possible. Mission in Epcot in Disney World for years. They've changed the Phineas and Ferb, but now I think it's still AGP.
Is it AGP still?
Yeah, but you do it through your phone.
But it was Kim
They used to have the beeper, it would make the noise.
Yeah.
No, Naked Mole Rat. No, they're just gonna find some comedy actor and shave him down. I think.
Who knows?
So anyway, that is the Kim Possible movie. It's coming. Also coming, whether we want it or not, is.
They're calling it The Chilling Adventures.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So we're rebooting Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Much darker version of Sabrina. Think Riverdale with Sabrina. And it's coming from Netflix. And I'm trying to think, when is it coming out? So, yeah, we've got a couple of pictures of this. Looks, creepy. But it's the girl from Mad Men, Kiernan Shipka. Is that how you pronounce her name? I don't know. But, yeah, so this looks like a much darker Sabrina. I think they're gonna...
I'd say.
They're gonna, drink some blood and stuff.
Okay,
so
that isn't much darker.
Like, is Donnie Darko, is that you back there?
Oh, yeah, that's just,
Yeah, so
wow.
So here we go. Next, we'll see her in the forest dressed in a silk gown or negligee. If she was roused out of bed.
Yes, because I always wear this silk nightgowns to bed.
Surrounded by several oddly dressed women and men. Is this a ritual? She's being kidnapped? And what is that shirtless guy wearing a rabbit head doing?
That's what he's saying.
Oh my God, it's Donnie Darko. Holy crap. Oh my God, this is weird. Well, that's
not for you.
That's probably Hildy and was it Hildy and Buffy? I didn't really watch the show too much, but Aunt Hildy, I remember it was Hildy and.
Oh, we love Netflix. We're not gonna go too hard.
Yeah.
Other than this, but they're doing to Shira. But that's another story.
But it's just like they're just now. See what's going on though. Now is like now. Of course, this got.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew they were doing a reboot series. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But it's just like people are already starting to get like, what did you do to my show?
Oh my God! R-rated Alex Mack. That would be awful. It's Riverdale. Like I haven't even watched Riverdale because I'm just like I couldn't get over somebody's like Archie and Miss Grundy are going out. I'm like, what the hell? I don't want to watch that because I'm thinking comic book Archie and Miss Grundy. I'm like, oh my God, that's like Rule 34, you know. So Sabrina always was kind of edgier than the Archie comics, but I will say that the actress, she looks more like comic book Sabrina than Melissa Joan Hart. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we're going to have the goofy talking cat.
But let's be honest here. When most people think of Sabrina, whether they're rebooting comics or not, when most people think of Sabrina, they're thinking of the show. Most people did not read Sabrina comics, past or current incarnation. Most people don't read them.
They
remember the show. And my daughter used to watch the show all the time. She used to watch Sabrina on it was on Netflix or something, and she used to watch it all the time. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
And she loved it.
Then they had the animated version with Melissa Joan Hart, and they did live action, then the animated one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she watched it. And I think people are like, well, it looks like more the comic. Well, that might be, but most people will know the show and not the comic. So, yeah.
I want Even Stevens a reunion with crazy Shia LaBeouf. I want the Even Stevens reunion movie with crazy Shia LaBeouf. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Just do it.
And Beans is like totally bald now. They had a picture of him. He's like 40 now. he was like older than Shia LaBeouf somehow. It's just like, oh my God, Sonic the Hedgehog coming 2019 to Netflix. Now I think that's what they're doing over at IDW, and it's not really helping because IDW is burning to the ground.
Wait, what? Where's the burger guy? He's effing emo weird and cares about getting laid over hamburgers.
Oh yeah, Jughead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made him.
Since when?
No, they made Jughead like asexual in the comics. Like he's come out as asexual, and he really, honestly, cares more about the hamburgers than he does about any human beings.
Wouldn't he be like, just whatever attracted to hamburger is? I mean, that's what I would think he was.
So I haven't read the Sabrina horror comic yet. I do know that they did a dark version of Sabrina. Like Archie's been doing some really weird crap.
Well, we gotta stay relevant. What do we do?
Pretty much. Like, Archie was always kind of a joke, is like, the kids from Riverdale never aged, and they were like, oh, hell no, we can fix that. They're all gonna be...
See, it would have been a better show. If the kids from Riverdale never age, why is that? And you did, this, creepy, they do rituals in the basement. They always come back looking like the kids from the comic, yay,
Oh, God.
That would have been more fun.
I haven't... Yeah, would have been. It's... the CalArts Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't even watched New Ninja Turtles yet. I haven't seen it. I have no idea.
You take so much pain in a day.
Read the Dark Sabrina comic. You will not be disappointed. I might have to check it out. I actually have seen it, and I've heard good things about the comic. They said they actually did some really interesting things.
But I'm just saying, is people are getting upset because most people remember the show and they didn't actually do the
They're
comic.
thinking Melissa Joan Hart, goofy Melissa Joan Hart, and we've got
And that's another thing where a lot of people. Because obviously television has a much larger reach than comics.
Yeah.
And people a lot of times will know the shows, but they won't not know the comics. So
I'll probably watch
upset, that's
this.
why.
I'm probably going to watch this.
I'm sure you will.
I'm actually kind of interested in this.
This is more you than me. I'm more interested in watching that, what's that movie, The Package, where I think the guy cuts his winky off and they have to try to get it reattached.
Oh, God.
It just looks so dumb.
Netflix is like a mix. Netflix is like
a
mixed bag. Like there's some weird ass stuff on Netflix. So I'm kind of wondering. I
still want to know what the rabbit head dude is.
I don't know.
That's just.
Harvey?
He's got great abs though.
Yeah, right. And he's got like a tattoo or some weirdest.
Or he's wearing a bra.
He might be wearing a bra. He might be wearing a bra. Damn, is that Salem maybe in human for that Salem's not in this.
Salem's a cat though. Not
yeah,
funny.
Maybe. I don't know. It's freaking weird. She does look the part though. I mean, she looks more like Sabrina than Melissa Joan Hart did. Yeah, I will give them that. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. They're rebooting everything. Everything is getting bumped up. So now we pretty much strip mine the 80s completely. So now we're moving into the 90s. And we're rebooting the 90s.
And now they're getting upset because now it's starting to encroach on their territory. And
pretty much.
No, This is impossible. How dare you?
Somebody said that the Toys That Made Us. Yes, we watched the hell out of that show. That is like the best show, and I'm looking forward to the new season. I
had to still watch from the last season. I didn't have time. We love the Toys That Made Us. That's a good one. You always can find stuff on Netflix. I mean, I'm always finding stuff on there to watch.
Oh my god, Uneven Robo 1 2 3 4 Uneven Stevens. That's what they should call it. And it should be like Shia LaBeouf, like just going through mental anguish.
But that's
and drinking, and it would be like a really freaking disturbing.
I feel bad for him. I don't know what happened there.
I think he's actually a smart dude. I think he might actually be too smart. I think he's pulling like a Joaquin Phoenix kind of.
I don't know.
Like I don't know. I don't know if if the crazy Shia LaBeouf is actually him or he's just pulling the shtick just to troll people.
I don't know. I don't know if he's that smart. I don't know. We never know because we don't know him. Right, guys, where they have animal
oh my god, we need
stuff of their sins. Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, the manga.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe, I don't know. Cold Judge. I think he has mental illness.
You
know what they need to do? They need to have Shia LaBeouf in the live action Steven Universe, and then it could be Uneven Steven Universe.
I know, they won't do that.
He's fused one time too many, and he doesn't know who the hell he is anymore. He wakes up drunk and he's got a pink gem in his belly button. He doesn't know what's going on. Also, he might have been a giant woman at some point, and had a cat for hands.
Okay.
Because this weird crap happens on the show. Anyway.
MC Hammer Pants, oh my god.
Okay, so somebody asked, way back, Grim Dark Steven Universe. You know that is when all these SJWs are going to completely lose their shit when they do a live action horrible Grim Dark Steven Universe reboot in about 10 years. It will happen. It will totally happen.
They'll reboot it somehow.
They will reboot it somehow.
They'll redo it in a different style, but it's not for you. It's for the current children in a weird style no one wants. But, Okay, anyway. Were you going to answer some questions I asked earlier?
Somebody was asking about the MundaneMatt situation. I don't really.
You were telling me more about that.
I'm trying to follow it. I've watched a couple of MundaneMatt's videos. He always seemed like a sad pug to me. Like he just seems very sad.
Maybe he's mundane.
He's very mundane. He's kind of like Droopy Dog. Like I don't know. It's just something about him. Like he just always seems very, very sad. And
he needs to go watch the video on Dora and Michael Bay, and he might cheer up some because it was pretty flippin' hilarious. But anyway.
Oh my god. So I don't know. Apparently he was mass flagging people he viewed either as they were either talking about him on YouTube or he viewed them as potential competition, but they called him out in some live stream, and now his YouTube career is basically over because nobody trusts him anymore. And
so the moral of the story is, we'll cut to the chase. The moral of the story is, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't go flagging things and voting things down. Well, that's kind of what happened on Webtoons back when they had the contest before, was that they had this place on there that you can read a comic and you can vote on it and you give it a score. And what these people were doing was they wanted to make sure their score stayed like in the 8 or 9s. So they're having all their friends give them like perfect scores. And then they were going around to other comics and giving them like a 1 or a 0 or whatever, like the low ones
this
they
happens
give
all
them.
the time.
And then people's scores were going from 9.8 on a good comic to something like 3, and they were trying because they thought that some whacked way that was going to make them win, and it's just that same mentality.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know. Like I said, I don't know MundaneMatt. I've only watched a couple of his videos. I don't have any friends that have been flagged by him. Back to Ninja, don't know much about this guy, but my first impression is he can't just live his life and stream with whoever, ignore fanships and gossip, if that word applies to this. Yeah, pretty much that's what it is. It's like now because he is an internet celebrity, people want to dictate to him what he can and cannot do with his business, with his time, and, that's just not right. It's just not right.
Did you hear about the Shia He Will Not Divide Us? No, I have not heard about the Shia He Will Not Divide Us debacle. Never heard about that one.
No, I know he was. Is that when he punched a dude? He was doing like, I thought it was like Occupy Wall Street or something. He punched a guy.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, nobody pays attention to Shia LaBeouf. I do know that as far as comics go, like he got caught stealing some indie publishers' comic books.
I remember
that. Passing them off as his own. Now people were all like, "This is really cool." Like he set up at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he had his own table in Artist Alley, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Shia LaBeouf is peddling indie comics." And people were like, "Wow, the comics, they were like black and white Xerox comics." And they're like, "Wow, this is really cool. Shia LaBeouf's making comic books." Even though they're not very good comic books, he's making comic books. And then it came out that he like stole the comic books from somebody else or something. It was like, oh my God. What is this? Look up what is this? Shia LaBeouf. He will not divide. Oh God. Okay, is this on? Here, we're gonna look up Terminator 6.
Oh yeah, kept asking about it. Yes, that would be if Shia was made as a live action film. That would definitely be who they cast as Shia.
Oh, the triggering of Shia. Is this where he punched a dude? I think this is where he punched a dude. Here, can we get the part where he, like, he's just like, I don't know, it's some rally somewhere. Where's Shia LaBeouf? This is... It probably requires audio. Oh, is this him? Is this him, like, facing this dude, or chasing this guy down? I thought it was just some random...
You're just making me sick.
I thought it was some random...
He's trying to hump him.
Oh my God, what is he doing? I thought it was some random hipster, and it's Shia LaBeouf.
They're like, what's wrong with that dude? That dude's messed up, man.
Oh, God. He was just yelling at dude's ear. Yeah, I saw this. How long ago was this? This was a year or two ago? Yeah, I saw this. God, poor Shia LaBeouf. Like, what the hell happened? What do you think of the Voltron reboot? From what I've seen, I think you watch more of it than I have. I think it's okay.
The new season came out and I haven't watched it. I like it mostly. I don't really. I mean, I didn't see the new one yet, but everything else I've liked about it so far.
Yeah, I don't want this kid in my face.
I think the art style is much better than what we're getting from
Kim
other
Possible. Okay, we'll look at Kim Possible for a while. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at Shia. Like, I think he's got some kind of mental illness. I just don't know what it is, which is a bummer because he's actually, when he's not nuts, he's not a terrible actor. He's just nuts. It's like, I don't know what else.
He had a flag and he kept moving it, and 4chan was finding it and messing with it. Okay, we'll have to look that up later. That one.
Oh my God.
I just feel sad because it's like, when somebody's that disturbed, you don't mess with them like that. I mean, I know it's funny, but it's like, come on. You know?
God.
maybe this one, people are gonna go find him because he owes them his platform. How dare he?
Yeah, I just wondered if he wasn't, like, actually just trolling people. He's been being replaced. Yeah, they replaced him with Mark Wahlberg. But actually, Wahlberg.
I can't say anything because I keep saying things.
Marky Mark, and yeah, the Transformers movies really went. I mean, they were never great to begin with, but the last two were just god awful. They were just so bad. And I like Mark Wahlberg. I actually think he's pretty cool. But damn it, the movies were terrible. They were so bad.
I'd be afraid to give him a hug, to be honest with you. I don't know what he'd do. And
I don't know what he would do either. I think he needs a hug. I think he didn't get enough love as a child or something. Like, seriously, I think there's something, like, I don't know if his parents, like, pimped him out to be a child star or what the deal is, but there's so many damaged child stars.
That he was so messed up because he got a head injury during the filming of Holes and never had it treated.
So he had a headache and has to drink.
Oh, that might be. I mean, who knows? That was the last time I think I saw him act normal.
Yeah, I know, right? He was in
Holes.
So
it's possible.
Because he actually seemed like he had his head screwed on straight when he was a kid. Like, you'd see him in interviews and stuff, and he always seemed like a very articulate dude. And then he just went batshit crazy. Like, I don't know what happened.
He was protesting his name because it basically means, like, the beef in
the beef.
French.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef, Shia? Let's move it. We're gonna move your beef. Oh my God. My Hero cartoon, I've actually never seen it.
We take so much crap for your last name being Pratt. I can't even tell you. One time, one person was, it was so funny. One person came on and he was making these comments basically about, I forget what we were talking about basically the attitude that some of these younger people have where they think they're owed a gig and whether or not they deserve it or not, they think they're owed it. And you were making comments about how they didn't work for it and they need to work harder. And this person was like, well, I'm a teacher and I give art lessons to these people and you're completely wrong about how these people, this age group behaves and all this other stuff. And I was like, well, and it turned out he just gives private lessons to some kids, the rich kids that pay him. And I was like, well, I'm a teacher for real, and I work with kids at the same age group, and I do see this behavior. I see good behavior, and I see a lot of bad behavior, too. And he's just like, well, nice. We got mad all of a sudden. I was just like, well, I'm a teacher, too, and I see, some of this. I actually see some of this. And he got real mad. He's like, I see you're living up to your last name.
Oh, whatever.
It's like, whatever. It was like, yeah, okay. Oh, like, oh, ouch. But you spent a whole long time thinking about that one.
Yeah, people are just freaking weird. The Disney Cinematic Universe is starting. Yeah, Disney Channel Cinematic Universe. There we go. That'd be awesome. They need to do a Recess movie. Remember Recess?
Yes, I remember Recess.
Recess was kind of cool.
A lot of stuff, I was older and I didn't really watch it.
They're bringing out Doug pop vinyls.
I did know this.
Yeah, which I was surprised. It was Doug. Doug was okay. So anyway, what do you think of New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I haven't seen it yet. I don't think either one of us has seen it yet. I know a lot of people are not too happy about it. That's pretty much the internet, right? Like,
oh, I do watch My Hero Academia. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I haven't watched. Okay, let me rephrase it. I watched the first season of My Hero Academia. It was really good. I liked it. I just haven't had time to watch more. It's on my list. I really, really loved it. I would watch more. You need to watch it. It's good.
yeah,
Sorry,
I know.
I wasn't paying attention. I was in my own little
Oh,
world.
Recess. I didn't think Recess was that terrible. Speaking of Disney, Color Proud Boys,
Sorry.
Penny Proud, and the Proud Family. Yeah, Proud Family was actually pretty good too.
I remember that. I do remember that show too.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Let me see here. Frobby is love. Oh god, can't wait for the Hollywood Cinematic Universe. Yeah, so I don't know. I think wrapping all this up here. I think that people should be allowed to do with their platform whatever they want to do with their platform. And this is something that celebrities too. Well, it's the same with the Batwoman situation. It was like, where. She wasn't. We talked about that the other day too, where it was like, well, you're not representing enough. You're not doing enough.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
like nobody
LGBTQ
owes you
like,
your representation. It's like, people feel led to, be that person who represents and be that person who, lets them come on and be that person who, cheers for their cause, whatever the hell it is that week. That's up to them, and they feel like they should do it, then go them. But they don't have to. They don't owe you anything. They do not owe you their hard work and platform just so you can get ahead. That's for flipping sure. If you want to do that to help somebody, good. If you don't want to do it to help somebody, you don't have to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch New Ninja Turtles. I actually didn't mind. I didn't mind the CG one. I thought it was actually pretty good. The last one they had out, which I was really surprised they were like rebooting it. Like the one that came out when our son was little, like the early 2000s, was actually pretty good. And then they had the CG one, which was actually
Which one are you talking about?
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Like
Okay.
the first reboot they did was actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
The one from the early 2000s, and then they rebooted it again, the
yes.
CG one, and that was actually pretty good. And now they've rebooted it as a really like stylized. It almost looks like graffiti. The art style is kind of weird. I don't know.
Why?
I haven't even
That's
looked at it
what reruns
yet.
are for. I'm just saying. That's what reruns are for.
Yeah, Proud
A lot of
Family
things
no.
are criticized for stereotyping and everything else anymore too. I mean, geez, you look at someone cross-eyed and you're some kind of label.
Yeah, 2003. Yeah, it was 2003 Ninja Turtles. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. So, anyway, yeah, there's a Kim Possible movie coming. I don't think anybody really cares, but
No, a lot of people were excited too, but a lot of people are
angry about it.
upset. And I'm just like, I feel your
Now
pain.
you know how it feels.
I feel your pain. I really, truly, honestly do.
But definitely appreciate everybody coming in the live stream. Like I said, we don't really announce when we do them yet. We're going to try to work out some kind of a schedule, hopefully. But right now, we just kind of wing it. And it's easier for us to just, turn on the mic and record than it is to, do all the editing and everything else. So we will check out the new Ninja Turtles. I think we need to check it out.
Yeah, we're going to check
sometime.
that out, apparently. Yeah. So, and you're going to watch Sabrina, so.
I actually am interested in that. It looks interesting.
I'm still going to watch the movie about the guy getting his winky cut off and they have to reattach it. It's not John Wayne Baldwin uncut.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sabrina might not be that dark. I don't know. Unless it's like Harvey, unless it's like some weird ritual she's going to cut off Harvey's.
Well, it's a Harvey stand in the back there.
Harvey's in the back, and then the rabbit's going to go get the scissors, and it's going to be horrible. But yeah, I'll check out the new Sabrina. All right, I think we're going to wrap this up, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, and we got more videos coming, and we'll talk to everybody later. Thank you so much for watching us live.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.